So now we go through some small PPT to better understanding of steam turbine. আমার ছবিটা কোণের দিকে দেওয়া next yes এটা বুঝে গেছি Please don't sketch your now. Don't sketch in your screen. So it is very difficult for others to see. Next. There are three types of compounding or staging, step by step. One is velocity compounded, that means velocity is reduced in step by step. Pressure compounded, and maybe combination of both, pressure velocity compounded. So next. Now see the right side diagram. Impulse is due to the impingement of jet, whereas reaction is due to the opposite directional force due to the exceed velocity of the high velocity steam. You can see the steam is going out from the other side and it is getting rotated. Next. There is no pure reaction turbine. There is a both combination of reaction and impulse, because we have to change the direction. Next. Next. So that is the real view of it. Real view of LP turbine blade. As you said that LP turbine is bigger in size, the blade is also bigger in size. These are the right side, you can see the roots, how it is fixed in the rotor. And the top, you can see the holes. By holes, we put wire to lace together to increase stability, reduce vibration, because the turbine is rotating at 3000 RPM at higher speed. Larger the size of blade, larger the centrifugal force, larger vibration issues are there. So we are lacing the LP turbine blades. Next. Next. So these are different size of blades, small to larger size of blades. At the left side, you can see the roots of the blades. Next. You can see the multi-stage turbine blade arrangement. One is guide blade, one is moving blade. Guide blade, moving blade, and so on. The turbine moving blades are connected to the rotor, whereas guide blade is connected to the stator or fixed blade casing. Next. So these are some roots of the blades. How roots are designed? That is the T-type roots are designed. It is fixed into the rotor or stator. How the steam is flowing like this. Next. And that is blades, the tip, how the tip is being sealed to prevent leakage between interstage leakage. Inner casing, guide blade, moving blade, turbine shaft. Next. So that is a set of stator blades. Next. That is the set of stator blade, one half of stator blade. So lower half and upper half will create a guide vane and are mounted on the casing. These are the guide vanes. Next. Next. HP, IP, LP turbine. What is the main component of turbine is HP turbine, IP turbine, and LP. That is the main component. Bearing is the supporting arrangement. Shaft sealing, because to prevent leakage of steam, we have to provide sealing in the turbine rotating part. That is shaft sealing. Stop and control valve also part of turbine. Turbine control system, it is for instrumentation people. Turbine supervisory or control system. Turbine monitoring system, health monitoring system, vibration and temperature monitoring. Turbine oil system for lubrication, and turbine turning gear for rotating turbine at lower speed when it is not in load. Next. So that is the general arrangement of turbine as I shown in the figure. HP, IP. If there is a larger size of turbine, suppose 800 megawatt or 1000 megawatt, there are two LP turbine to minimize the blade size. If we provide one LP turbine, it will be very big in size. So we divide it in two parts so that blade size can be moderate. Next. So that is another view of generator in the turbine. Generator casing, you can see here. Next. So that is the turbine floor. Turbine is not installed over here. That is left side turbine pressure. Generator is there. Next. So that is another view of HP turbine rotor. That means this is the rotating part inside. That is the shaft, and the blades are arranged together. You can see the blades are arranged together, and how the passage, the steam flows inside the blades and it makes it rotating in one direction. In between two moving blade sets, there is a gap where the stator blades comes in. Peripherally, you have seen the blades in two halves that will come in the inside. So the steam will guide from the stator blades, and these are the moving blades arrangement. And left side you can see there are sealing system. That is sealing. Steam should not pass through this side. Next. So this is another arrangement of a double flow IP turbine. Now you can see HP turbine, that is gear is maintained over here to measure flow light. The speed is measured through this gear. Another pump is mounted, impeller is mounted over here. That is a brass pump. That is primary oil pump. That is measuring devices, speed measuring devices. By putting infrared light, we can measure the speed, and that is your bearing, because bearing here, that is bearing surface, and that are the blades, moving blades. Next. Next. So moving blade, and that is the sealing surface over here. That is the sealing portion. That is the sealing area. How the steam is being sealed over here. It should not go out from this passage. Next. That is sealing or labyrinth. How sealing is done. That means there are number of labyrinths are there. It will minimize the passage, and the pressure will drop. The high pressure steam will be dropped again and again, and it will lose its pressure ultimately, and it will stop leaking from the outside. Next. IP rotor. I will see that is IP rotor means steam is coming from the left side and expanded in the other side.
सर आपका साउंड नहीं आ रहा है जरा सा भी.
So we will share you the video of this class. After the class is over, you can see with the sounds. Sound क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? Put your questions in the chat box. We will answer it later on. Next. Next. So this is the view, another view of this turbine put on the lower casing. Next. That is the sealing, labyrinth sealing. These are the roots, how the blade is fixed. These are the roots. That is the sealing arrangement. It will rotate. High pressure steam over here should not pass this passage. One cover will be there. It is one half is open. That's why you are able to see this. This is being closed actually. So this is another IP rotor, HP and IP rotor together. Different types of rotor turbine blades. These are the guide blade or casing blade over here. Guide blades. These are the guide blades, lower half. If we close it, rotor will be placed inside it and the cover will be done. So the complete turbine will be set. Now there is no turbine over here. Only casings are there. We put casings. This is the LP turbine casing. You can see this LP turbine casing. Ultimately, steam will go out and it will go to the condenser from here. So that is the LP turbine, bigger size turbine blades. It is transported by road or rail, and it is just unpacked over here. That is the packing item. That is the packing inside by which it is transported. So this is the lacing wire together, put together. Bearing area, LP turbine blades being mounted. As it comes to the site, this is the sealed LP turbine come into the site, it will be opened and it will be installed. So this is the 660 megawatt LP turbine being installed. Steam will come over here and it will expand it in both the sides. Steam will come over here, it will go in this direction and in this direction. LP turbine is being installed in the site. These are the casings are there already there, lower half of casing. It will be placed over and top cover will be placed. It is placed. The LP turbine is placed. Sealing arrangement for sealing. These are the sealing rings. As you see, this is a sealing ring. Three sealing rings to prevent sealing of turbine. These are the control valves, stop valve and control valves. But steam is from the boiler is coming in and going out. So there are some blades. This is the general arrangement of the turbine, foundation, HP turbine, IP turbine, and LP turbine. Another floor of turbine before installation. Turbine is being installed. Control valves. These are the control valves. IP turbines. LP turbines. This is HP turbine. IP turbine. The steam is coming out and it is going into the LP turbine. IP turbine of 500 megawatt unit. This is the barrel type or double casing HP turbine, as I told. how the control valve look like. This is the control valve and this is stop valve. Steam is coming over here, entering, it is stopped. If it goes up, then it will enter to here and it will control it. How the turbine floor look like. Bearing arrangement. Control valve. Bearings. Coupling. LP turbine. Different photograph of bearing. How the turbine blades is arranged over here, you can see. This is the one general arrangement of turbines. 2 LP turbines, IP turbines, and HP turbines. This is small turbine rotor. It will be converted into a small turbine. Now, blade will be fixed over here. How the blade is being fixed over. This is a small turbine to show how the blade is being fixed. After fixing, these are the blades fixed, and it will be shrouded. All the blades will be connected together later. You can see these are all the blades are being connected together. After connection, this is the view of the small turbine. This is a small turbine. How the blades is being fixed. This is the final view of a turbine floor after insulation is put over the steam turbine pipelines and steam turbine. This is after complete insulation. And thank you. Any questions? Now you can raise your questions in the chat box. We'll discuss few minutes. Please raise your question in the chat box. Any type of questions? No sound from last 5 minutes. Once up, why holes are present in the blades? Holes are present in the blades to connect together blades together for increasing stability of the blade at high speed. That is called lacing wire to be placed. Lacing wire is placed into the hole and it is connected together. Labyrinth. Labyrinth is nothing but sealing of the steam. Gland sealing is called labyrinth. Now first, why use condenser? Why not to steam expand? Use in boiler directly. Condenser is to condense the steam and convert the steam into the water so that it can be reused. Huge amount of DM water is used, so it cannot be wasted. Also, the principle of second law of thermodynamics shows that there is a two set of, one is source, one is sink. In the power plant, sink is condenser, source is boiler. So there should be exchange of heats in between two source and sinks, between two reservoirs. It is not possible to generate power without exchanging heat between two reservoirs. That is the fundamental of second law of thermodynamics. You cannot violate that. You cannot remove condenser. You have to condense the steam to recycle it, also to get power output. The turbine cycle will different issue. You can understand. How is vacuum generated in condenser? There is a different classes there for vacuum that we will discuss. Emergency stop valve. ESV means emergency stop valve. Due to any protection or mishappening in the power plant, we have to stop the turbine by closing immediately the stop valve. That is called emergency stop valve. We stop entry the steam into the turbine. Explain the turbine control system. Turbine is being controlled by a complicated system called governing system, and it is too elementary class. We cannot discuss all governing system or control system right now. Next. Why peak swing sound with holes in it? So in turbine, if rotor there are holes, it is called balancing holes. If steams are there, it is a balancing hole. It will uniform pressure will be distributed across the turbine rotor. In the rotor, if the holes in the blade, that is for lacing wire. Lacing wire. It is maintained. Turbine vacuum is maintained in both by vacuum pump or by ejectors. Some power plant use ejectors, some power plant use vacuum pump. Vacuum is maintained by vacuum pump, but vacuum is not created by vacuum pump. Vacuum pump is to remove the undesirable gases inside the condenser. Next. Turbine materials are alloy, carbon steel alloy. Normal carbon steel, alloy carbon steel. It has some material properties are there. Uncondensible gases in the condenser is removed by either by vacuum pump or by ejectors. Balancing piston, thrust bearing peaks. So there are balancing piston. There is no balancing piston. There is a balancing disc, you can say. In the HP turbine, there is a balancing disc is provided to balance the axial thrust, and rest of residual thrust is balanced by thrust bearing, and that is placed in between IP and HP turbine. Combined cycle. So efficiency can be increased by regenerative feed heating system, reheat cycle. That is a cycle issue. Efficiency of the cycle can be used, improved by many ways, and that is a turbine class. We will discuss some other classes for the efficiency part. What is throttling of valve? Throttling of valve means closing. Throttling means closing or opening is closed. Throttling means just modulating valve in the closed direction is called throttling of valve. Next. No. There is we don't have idea how the absolute code encoders is used or not. We don't know about it. The simple mechanism of speed measuring devices are there. What is the pressure of steam after first stage and last stage? At the entry, high pressure turbine maybe 160 kg pressure. Normally 140 to 160 kg pressure inside the turbine, depending upon the megawatt of the turbine. Suppose if it is a 210 megawatt, it is 140 kg of steam entered into the first stage of turbine. At the condenser, the vacuum is below atmospheric pressure, that is below 1 kg pressure. Condenser pressure is 0.1 kg, that is below atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is 1 kg standard. So 0.1 kg is the condenser pressure. If 1 kg is the atmospheric pressure, condenser pressure is 0.1 kg. So that is the last stage pressure of the steam turbine. Can you use the fresh water? Fresh water is not used for makeup in the turbine. Only demineralized water, that is DM water, is used in the steam turbine cycle. some fresh water or raw water used in some different circuit, but in the steam cycle, there is always DM water is used. There is a blade and casing. Minimum is the casing gap. Efficiency is maximum. If we minimize the casing, moving blade and casing blade, the losses, carryable loss will be minimum. So we have to minimize the gap, and that is a restriction, because if there is a axial movement of shaft, it may foul with the stator blades. So that's why it depends upon the allowable limit of axial shift, the clearance in between moving blade and fixed blade. MCV means main stop valve, and CVs mean control valves. CVs means control valves, and MSV means main stop valves. If we cannot use DM water, there will be lot of deposit in steam turbine, and pipeline and corrosion will be there. So we have to use DM water. Because the pressure in different stages of turbine is different, that's why the blade size is different. If the volume of the steam is less, that means pressure is high, we have smaller size of steam blades. If the volume is higher, pressure is low, in that case, higher size of steam blades. There is not expansion of turbine, there is expansion of steam. Turbine is not expanding. Turbine expands due to thermally very little amount, that is called turbine expansion, and for this there is a rotor expansion minus casing expansion is called differential expansion, and that is not being controlled, that is allowed, and how much is expansion is allowed, that is maintained. Beyond this it will be tripped, the turbine will be stopped. Control valve is to control the amount of steam going into the steam turbine by oil pressure, to depending upon the load and the generator. If the load is higher, we supply more steam. If the load is lower, we reduce the steam by control valve. Next. The size of different turbine is different, because high pressure steam is continuously pressure is getting down. That means the blade size is getting up. If the pressure is getting down, that means volume is getting higher, the size of the steam will be going higher. The jacking oil pump and lube oil pump will be discussed in different classes. Next. So in next classes, in advance we will give you my lecture. You go through the lecture, note down the questions. I will come over here for question answer session in the next 2 classes. So you go through the PPT already given or my recording. You go through the PPT lectures in advance, and I will come for half an hour for question answer session. Why these control valves are controlled? Using which type of control system? If turbine oil pressure and turbine is controlled by a governing system, turbine governing system, that is a schematic of governing system, and it is depending upon the steam amount, frequency, lot of input parameters are there. It is being processed microprocessorly, and signal will be generated to produce some oil pressure. That oil pressure will control the control valve. This is in short. Actually, this governing system is not so easy, and by governing system we control the turbine speed. When we will get the first this topic. After the class is over, we will share this lecture and question answer session to you. Almost same size of blades, because there is no much difference of pressure. That means in high pressure, similar size, little bit of change in blade size. In low pressure, the volume is higher, so that's why bigger changes in blades. Rankine cycle is not being discussed over here, because we are discussing about turbine over here. We are not discussing Rankine cycle. It may be in different classes up there. Simulation of steam turbine is not the topic. We can discuss in a class of 10 minutes or something. Next. So I think with this we can conclude this class today, and we will share the topic this class right now with you. And the next my class we will share my lecture earlier, and we come prepare with your questions and put your question over here, and we will discuss. With this, thank you very much.